Welcome to the Litterbox, where we dig through the mess to find the stories, laughs, and unexpected moments that make life interesting. I'm Trent Anderson, your guide through the clutter, ready to uncover something fun today. Let's get it started. Welcome to the Litterbox, episode 6. Got my guest here today, Mr. Reid Guidry from Groves. Not to be confused with Reid Guidry from Port Neches. This guy, Mr. Reid Guidry, is the bass guitar player for the band UFO UFO. He's also the co-owner of Piggin' Out Pork-a-Bobs. Mr. Reid, glad to have you today, brother.
Let's get after it, brother.
Cheers. And before I start, I would like to give a shout out to one of our sponsors today, the Dude's Food. So I'd like to take this moment to bring them up. In Nederland, Texas, there's a place where burgers aren't just burgers. They're smashed to perfection. The tacos, award-winning. Let's just say they don't make them like this anywhere else. At the Dude's Food, they are serving up smash burgers, brisket, beef tips, nachos, tacos, salads, and more. All made fresh and all made with flavor bigger than Texas. The Dude's Food doesn't serve small portions, and they don't serve boring food. They serve the kind of flavor that makes your stomach stand up and slow clap. So call in your order at 409-781-8909. Come on down to 2119 Nederland Avenue next to Sonic, or track down their food truck and get yourself a plate of heck yeah. And don't forget to follow them on Facebook at The Dude's Food to stay up to date on specials and new menu items. Fuel up with The Dude's Food. Don't miss out. So that being said, Mr. Reid, I always like to talk about where I met my guest. And I know last week I struggled with Mike and Susan. Wasn't exactly sure of the year, date, yada, yada, where I met them. I know where I met you. And it was ninth grade PE. It was ninth grade PE class. And I just remember me and you always being the top picks in the activities. Now, I know some of you in athletics are going to be like, oh, yeah, y'all are in PE. Y'all were the, blah, blah, blah. Look, me and Reid were the goats of freshman PE. And I'll bring up Corey Hammond. You were solid too, Bone. I'll give you your lovin'. Samir Ramtula, wherever you're at right now, you were awesome too. Do you remember these guys? I don't know why I don't know if I have just a little, autistic memory going on there. I might. But I'm remembering all this stuff. You guys were great athletes, all of you guys, and we were always top picks. And I remember battling. Oh, Reid's on the other team. I'm going to go at him. I just remember this stuff, man. Now, this is kind of corny. It's freshman PE, but whatever. It is what it is. And I remember a coach by the name of Coach Pachuca. Don't know if you ever heard of him, Reid.
Oh, yeah.
Hope he's still doing well. Haven't heard from him since high school, so it's a long time ago. He was old back then. Hope everything's going okay with Coach Pachuca. He was great. Loved the guy. Guy had legs the size of fire hydrants. The dude was massive. And I just want to say this before I let you talk, Reid. I just remember him knocking me into another galaxy one day. He's like, if one more person laughs, I'm taking your butt up here and swatting you in front of the whole team. And then I started giggling in the background. He's like, Anderson, get your butt up here. And then he hit me with his bare hand. I swear on everything I love. And I had a handprint on my ass for like 2 weeks. I shit you not, this guy knocked the living shit out of me. Pachuca killed me. And but anyways, freshman PE. Remember anything about it, Reid? At all?
Man, I remember
back a long time.
I remember the basketball. I remember
you're good.
Freshman year, I was probably rocking Dickies and Converse and Hurley shirts and
Doc Martens.
That was my little punk rock era, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
But that's where I remember meeting you. And so that I'm glad I know that. And like I said, you were a great athlete and everything like that. But
I don't know if I'd say that, Trent.
For PE, you were a great athlete. Okay. So But anyway, let's dive in, like I say, to the meat and potatoes like I like to get into. Well, I got you on the show. You're a talented artist. And I don't care how humble you want to be. There's a lot of good artists that came out of this area. And be honest with you, I put you up there. You're very talented. I feel like you're one of the best in this area. You've been doing what you've been doing for a long time. But I want to get started on Barely Blind. The band that started this, all of Southeast Texas knows this band. Every single person my age knows this band. Y'all are a big band for Southeast Texas. Y'all started when we were in high school. I'm really curious. I want to know how y'all managed to stay together for so long, and it's incredible. What made y'all come up with this name, Barely Blind? Where did that all start?
Man, so believe it or not, my sister, Lindsay.
Yeah.
Shout out, Lindsay.
Shout out to Lindsay.
She came up with a name. So this was my second concert I ever went to. She brought me and the Barely Blind guys to the Woodlands Pavilion.
Okay.
It was Blink-182, Green Day, Jimmy Eat World.
Mm-hmm.
It was called the Pop Disaster Tour. And I want to say we were like super far back on the lawn, and we were trying to think of band names because all we wanted to do was be like these guys we were going to see. Like we were obsessed.
Those are some solid bands.
Oh yeah, like dude, I was obsessed with Blink-182 when I was like, I guess 13, 14 years
Yeah.
old. Like I just remember going home from school and turning on TRL.
Oh God!
What was the guy that hosted it?
Don't let me lie. Don't let me go. My memory's not going. I can go back to freshman Pete.
Carson
Daly?
Yes.
Okay.
Carson Daly.
Yeah, that's it.
Bro, that was everything. That was literally everything.
You literally get home from school and you're turning on TRL.
Exactly. As soon as I got home, I was obsessed. And so yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think it was just because we were so far back. We were trying to think of names, and she said like Barely Blind, and we were like, that's cool. But
it was really her.
Probably the worst name ever.
Great name.
But we'll get to that. But we'll get to why we changed the name later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's kind of where it started in high school. Just basically just being obsessed with these other bands and wanting to be like them, I guess.
And what about the band members? You had, correct me if I'm wrong,
Kanan Davis.
Kanan, Will Smith.
Yes, sir.
And then you had Brad.
Brad Cusio.
You had Brad Cusio.
3 of my best friends, man.
And those guys were great. How are all those guys doing nowadays?
Dude, everybody's doing good.
Can you catch me up on a little? I mean, do you have a clue of what each one's doing?
Yeah.
Now, did they all kind of slow down a hair? I feel like you're the last one standing.
Nah. Last time I saw Kanan was at his wedding. I could be wrong. It was 2-3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He just had his first kid not too long ago.
Okay.
And, dude, he's crushing it.
Congrats,
he lives in
Kanan.
Austin, doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Brad's out in Austin. They're all 3 in Austin, believe it or not.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're all 3 in Austin.
Okay.
And at one point, I was out there.
Yes.
And we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, so Brad's out there. Brad's got 2 kids. He's doing his thing.
Okay.
Will, no kids.
Doing his thing.
But dude, yeah, doing his thing, man. I talked to Will a couple of days ago. Me and Will are like still like best friends.
That's great.
I still talk to the other dudes, but like me and Will, like we were roommates or not. I mean, when we lived in LA, which we'll get to, he lived with me. So like we were like, it's one of my best friends.
Right.
We don't go more than, I don't know, a couple of weeks or so without, he's always calling me and I'm calling him and we're just trying to catch up. Last time I talked to him, he was playing ping pong with Scott Alabed a couple of days ago.
No way.
And he was like, yeah, I'm kind of busy right now. I'm playing ping pong. I'm like, all right, well, we'll catch up later. But anyways.
Dude, and I remember you guys, I went to one of y'all's concerts. I can't remember if it was in Houston or Austin, but I remember I went to one of y'all's concerts and had a field day. And I remember it was like, I remember looking around at some of the chicks there. I was trying to spit a little game, doing whatever, but I was like, I went to school with these guys. Like, those are my boys.
I think I remember the show you're talking about.
I swear, I remember sweating. It was hot in there, and I was jumping up and down. And I was like, I know those guys. I don't know if it helped me or not. I don't think it. No, it obviously didn't. But I remember just, dude, y'all were great. I always have enjoyed you guys' music. And that being said, what genre was that? would that be? Barely Blind. What? Punk rock?
The punk rockers would kill us for calling it punk rock.
That's what I'm saying. You kind of got to be careful labeling yourself, maybe.
I would say it started out, we were like a pop punk band, I guess is what you would get at. But towards the end, man, the last album we made, and we made an album, and then we made, there was 4 last songs that finally saw the light of day a couple of years ago. They like randomly came out. I would say it was moving more towards like indie rock or something like that.
Okay. That being said, all good things must come to an end.
Yeah. Yep.
Barely Blind ended one day. You're going to have to tell me around what time frame that was, but you guys ended, and then here comes Groves.
Yeah.
Groves comes onto the scene.
Yep.
Y'all made that transition. First of all, what made you come up with the name Groves? I have an idea. Port Neches would have sounded a lot better, but go ahead, Reid.
Well, at that point, we had been living in LA for a couple years.
Yeah.
Man, things kind of started to fizzle out. And really, actually, it wasn't fizzling out. It was just, the band was kind of split, like where we should go and what we should do. And we had been in LA for a couple years, and we had just been approached by the guys that ended up managing Groves, which was Benji and Joel Madden. Mm-hmm. They're from the band Good Charlotte.
Yep, I know about them.
They kind of
twins, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They kind of discovered us at a breaking moment with Barely Blind, and we did everything we could. They loved the band, and we did everything we could to like keep it together, but it just wasn't going to work out. And so 3 of us decided to stay in LA, and man, it was just one of those things where we were like, we spent a few months just like, what are we going to do? You know, we knew we wanted to keep going, but we didn't know exactly how.
The route, yeah.
And then Steven, who came to fill when Kanan Davis left the band.
I remember that.
Yeah, Steven Salisbury, another one of my best friends. He joined, and he moved to LA with us. Great guitar player, great musician. He actually plays with my new band, like as a live guitar player.
I was curious of what he was doing now.
Yeah, he's in Austin too.
Okay.
So hold on, where was I? So
you were talking about he filled in for Kanan.
Yeah. He one day we're like, dude, you can sing, man. Like, and he wrote this song, or he wrote a part of a song that became the first Grove song. It was called Ender.
Yeah.
And man, we were searching, just trying to figure out what we're gonna do, and he showed us this part, and I was like, dude, that's it. Like, that is it.
That's it.
And we took that and made it into the song Ender, and then, man, Benji and Joel got behind it. K-Rock started playing it. Alt 98.7 in LA started playing it on the radio.
That's huge too.
And that kind of led to, we did like a residency where we'd play like every, I think it was like Monday or Tuesday night for like a month, with different bands opening for us.
Yeah.
And that kind of just led to more and more things. And
that being said, I did a little research, and you guys did tours with Culture Club.
Yeah.
And Boy George. Yeah. That's big.
Dude,
I don't care what you say. That's big.
That was when we were doing that stuff, man.
You're touring with Boy George.
Yeah, like that was
what?
That's when it felt like we were like, we had worked so hard to get to a place where we could like go on tour and play, like be treated, not just be like dogging it out.
Right.
Like, and we were playing big shows. Mm-hmm. It was comfortable.
Yep.
There was catering. There was food. It was an experience, man.
You had to think at some point in time there had to be a moment where you said, "I made it."
No,
in my head, I think I would have said
if the
that.
money was in my pocket and I was, like able to like, it wasn't like that at all. But we were still grinding it very hard. But
that's still a very cool moment.
It was awesome, man. We were the opening band. Like, opening bands aren't, but it was a big thing for us, and that was by far the biggest shows I've ever played in my life, man. We were on tour for 2 months with them, and every night was pretty special. So.
And in that being said, you said that you played some of the biggest shows with Groves, right?
Yeah.
The New York Fair.
Yeah, I was just telling you, man. New York State Fair in Syracuse.
How many people?
20,000.
That's what I'm saying. That's unreal.
It was crazy. And, man, there's something to be said about, like...
20,000 people.
You play for that many people, and I swear, it's like... I mean, I don't want to sound... this to go the wrong way, but it's easy. Mm-hmm. You go in a room where there's 20 people standing there looking at you like you're crazy. That's the hardest thing you'll ever do. Mm-hmm. You get in front of 20,000 people... Is
your adrenaline just going so crazy that you're not even worried about it anymore?
Dude, it's just like magic. I don't know how to explain it. It's magic.
I can't imagine. And the crowd, I didn't go to that. I wasn't there in New York for the 20,000 concert, but I remember that Houston concert that I went to. Those women were going crazy. I thought the freaking Backstreet Boys were on stage. They were going crazy. But, man, so that's you. Like I said, you're really talented. I've been keeping up with you along the way in y'all's group. I listen to y'all's music. I really enjoy you guys, man. Y'all are great. Y'all are talented people. But we're going to transition over to your other business.
Yeah.
And that's picking out pork kebabs.
Yes, sir.
How did the food truck start? Tell me that background there, if you don't mind.
So the food truck started... my parents, my dad, in the great town of Groves, Texas. You like that place, right?
Did you see that chat? Shots fired.
Yes, sir. So yeah, man, I just remember I was 12 years old. Grew up in Groves on Oak Avenue near Taft Elementary.
Yep.
And at the end of the road was 25th Street, and it's still there. There's a little like convenience store called B&B Market or Mart or something.
Yeah.
Used to ride my bike there all the time, man. And one day I was riding my bike, and around the corner comes my dad in his turquoise GMC pulling this rotten shack on a lowboy, basically. I mean, dude, he paid $300 for it.
Don't tell me that's the food truck.
Yeah. That's how it started.
That's how it started.
And so
okay.
He brings it to the house. My mom is like irate. Like, what are you doing?
What the hell are you dragging?
My dad had a vision, man. He sold his boat. He sold a bunch of stuff to start this thing. And mind you, my dad was also working full time at BASF. So he was working in the refineries.
Mm-hmm. This was like a little side job.
This was started out as a side job.
Yeah.
And so we hired my godparents, Linda and Tommy Romero, Nanny and Pa Ran.
Okay.
They have a son, Jarrett Romero, who was into carpentry work. My dad hired him to rebuild this thing.
Yeah.
And so he made it look pretty nice. Mm-hmm. But when he got done with it, it looked pretty legit.
Yeah.
It's painted white, turquoise trim. And so they hit the ground running, man. Like I said, I was 12 years old at the time.
Yep.
They did their first gig on Pleasure Island. And there was, I think there was like 35 food trucks that showed up at this thing. My mom and dad bombed. It was not a great event. And they're like, hold on, this is going to be like, maybe this isn't going to work.
Yeah.
So my dad's, kind of trying to figure out what to do. And he had all this meat kind of ready and prepped. And next thing you know, he gets a phone call. And it was like a week or two later, back on Pleasure Island.
Yeah.
They were inviting him back out there. So apparently Brooks and Dunn were coming through, and they needed to fill a date on their tour or something, and they booked a last-minute show on Pleasure Island. And my dad got invited to go be one of the like 3 or 4 food trucks there. And dude, they sold it all. They sold out. Matter of fact, that was my first concert.
Paid for the food truck.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, and I was there, man. That was my first concert I ever went to. So Brooks and Dunn, first concert. Second concert was the one I told you about where Barely Blind got the name.
Yeah.
So there's the little ties into the music. And yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you too, like how's the music, the music scene, the music life, and the food business intersect? I mean, and you just kind of,
yeah. It dude, doing the food truck, the thing I love about it is I've developed a passion for it.
Yeah.
When I first started doing it, man, I was like, this was about 3 years ago. Kind of fell into a situation where I was searching for something to do financially.
Yeah.
But then I've developed a passion for it, and yeah, man, it's one of those things where the thing I love about it is at any moment, if I need to stop and go out on tour or go meet up with the boys and record or whatever, I can do my own schedule. And so it's a blessing, man.
No.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. And let's talk about picking out pork kebabs. What type of food are we talking about here? We got some people watching probably from all over the world. What type of food are we talking about? I know, we got jambalaya. You got your pork kebabs. What about people that I got some people from Africa, Scotland. They're asking what a pork kebab is. What is it?
So
what's on
it? It's Boston butt pork roast. We do all our own butchering. We chop it all up into cubes, marinate it, stick it, gets cooked and then finished with a glaze. That's kind of like the staple. Like we call it picking out pork kebabs. That's the staple of what we're doing.
Did you bring any today? You're making me really hungry,
brother.
Right now. You're making me really hungry right now.
Hey, if you hang tight, maybe by the end of this, you might get there might be something coming your way. All right.
Spoiler.
Yeah, and then dude, it's kind of branched into a lot of stuff. I've got a vision. I've got a lot of things I'm in the works, but I don't like to introduce anything until I like to perfect it.
Right.
And so we just put a new kebab on the menu. It's a chicken bacon ranch kebab. And dude, it's
on the menu right now?
It's on the menu now.
It's
crushing it right now. And then
chicken bacon ranch kebab.
Yes, sir.
Continue.
Jambalaya. I owe all of this to my dad. Like my dad has helped me come up with the recipes and all that stuff. I don't try to take any credit for the pork kebab, dude.
Great.
I'm not taking any credit for the pork kebab. I'm not taking any credit for the jambalaya. I just know how to follow the recipe.
Yeah. No, that's great.
Yeah, man. And then we also do that brings up another story. So
go ahead.
So another featured item that we do is it's called pit smoked beans. Let me try to make this story really quick. All right. So Westport Arthur Road, the BASF. Beaumont.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I actually go there and cook for those people now. I'm in the refineries with the food truck. So there was a place called The Pit, I want to say. And my dad and all of his buddies, like they'd go there for lunch and after work and eat.
Yeah.
And they had these beans there that were just, my dad was just like, they were phenomenal. And the guy that owned it was a little older than, I think he was maybe quite a bit older than my dad. And my dad could tell a story way better than me, and I don't want to get off on a tangent. But so the story is, my dad would always go in there, and they would pick, he found out my dad was a pork kebab guy.
Yeah.
And he was always asking, like, they were always picking back and forth, like, give me the recipe for the pork kebab. My dad's like, give me the recipe for the beans. Well, they made an agreement where they're like, whoever dies first gets the recipe. And so my dad went in there one day and found out the dude had passed away. And
You're kidding me.
Yeah, and so.
But who does he tell that to? The wife? Hey, we made an agreement. Give me the freaking bean recipe.
No, I swear. So the story is, my dad's chilling there, and they realized who my dad was, and they went in the back and they went into some safe and I have this paper that I'm about to tell you about, but like that's the recipe I follow. But the dude wrote it down, and they gave it to my dad, and you're
doing those beans now?
Yep. Yeah.
That's a cool story, brother.
And we call them pit smoked beans because they're from the pit, and that's where my dad used to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're giving them a little love too at the same time.
Yeah.
Because they.
And I have so many people. Like people are like, if I went to a food truck, I wouldn't order beans, but like, dude, you eat these beans. And it's next level, bro.
Dude. Oh, you're making me hungry now. I hope you brought some beans, too.
Ask Dude Food about the beans.
Keith, how's the beans, Keith?
Speaking of, on that ad you did earlier, I literally cooked with Dude's Food today at Motiva.
How was
it? It was great. I love Keith. Me and him are homies. We always trade food at the end. And I always hook him up with some beans, some kebabs. And dude, he always makes us a smash burger with the bacon jelly and the bacon. Dude,
can we get off of food?
Dude, it was so good. And now, you know, my mom and dad are at the house when I'm out the refinery watching my wife and our kids.
Yeah.
And it's me and my wife out on the truck. And I'm always like, hey, Dude's Food's here. Y'all want a burger? And they're like, yes, get us a burger. So,
The Dude's Food's making it on here again.
The Guidrys ate Dude's Food today, and I can vouch and say it was phenomenal.
Dude's Food, you're getting a lot of love today, brother.
Yes, sir.
Keep it up, Keith. So let's transition on to something. So you moved to LA at some point in time. Mm-hmm. The LA life's a little bit different than Southeast Texas.
Yeah.
When you were with Barely Blind and all that. You ran into some pretty big celebrities at points in times. I've heard stories from you in the past, and I'd like you to kind of talk about them. You've ran into Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
You've ran into Nicole Richie.
Those were the wives of the managers that were managing us. So
Right.
it wasn't like I was running. I mean,
But that's still a big deal, being around all these people. Lionel Richie. Tell me about some of these. There was a Christmas party I heard you went to.
Yeah.
That's freaking big.
Yeah.
Lionel Richie's Christmas party.
So when we were being managed by Benji and Joel, every Christmas they would hold a Christmas party up at the like manager's office, which is, believe it or not, it was Will Smith's former studio, and they bought it from Will Smith.
Which Will Smith?
Not Will Smith from Barely Blind.
Okay.
But the real Will
I was about to say Will
Not
Smith.
the real Will Smith. The one that you guys know about. And that might not even be the right thing to say. Because most people...
Yeah, now Will's
Smith,
like, I'm not the real Will Smith?
not
Come on,
William
bro.
Barry Smith, my best friend, but Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will
The
Smith.
one that slapped Chris Rock.
Yes, sir.
That one.
That guy.
Okay.
Yeah, so like when they started managing us, shortly after they bought his studio and then they renovated it. And anyways, we'd go to a Christmas party there every year. And yeah, man,
How's it
pretty
being
well.
around those people? I mean, you're around all those celebrities at this party and you're in LA. I mean, do you feel the need to just blend in and treat them like normal? Or, I mean, do you kind of get starstruck every now and then? I mean, I'm not around that type of life. Like, is it, or do you get, when you're in LA, do you get used to just being around those type of people? Maybe at first it's different.
So I lived in LA for 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, the first couple of times you're around people like that, you're freaking out, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But, the more you do it, they're normal people. And dude, that's one thing I can vouch for those guys. Like, they were awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They were down to earth, and that particular group we're talking about, those people you just named, it was like being around normal people. I'll never forget talking to Cameron Diaz about.
God, she's so hot. Is
Is
she single or married?
She's married to Benji.
Damn it. Never mind. Go ahead.
But we were just talking about the green egg smokers. Believe it or not.
Yeah, we're not talking about.
Yeah, and
smokers.
she loves to cook apparently.
God.
So, yeah, that's what the conversation I have. With
Before
her.
I kind of did a little bit of research, I did not know they were married.
Yeah,
Her and Benji were married.
yeah. It's not recent, but
she's been
semi-recent.
married a bunch, too.
What's that?
She's been married a bunch.
I don't know. Maybe.
From what I understand, like I never knew she was married to Benji Madden. I had no clue.
Yep.
That's crazy.
So, anyways,
No, so speaking, okay, we're gonna keep with the celebrities. Can you tell me your biggest celebrity memory that you have? Is there one that sticks out? It might be playing with a guy. It might be after the show's over on a tour bus, or like just behind the scenes. What's the biggest, like,
so
Travis Barker? I don't know. I don't know why that came to my mind. I feel like you've ran into him.
One time, when we were short, I'll make this quick. One time we were at the studio. This was different. This was before Benji and Joel had bought Will Smith's studio. They were at Crosby, Still and Nash, their original studio or something. I can't remember exactly. Anyways, we were there. That's when Groves originally like in the beginning days. And dude, one day we were just chilling outside the studio. Here comes Travis Barker walking through with his kids, and we were just like, holy.
Just coming right by?
Yeah. We were just like, what's up, man? Kind of said hi, but it wasn't a.
Y'all were like running at it.
I wouldn't tell that story as like a big thing. The one that's coming to mind is so my mom and dad would come out and visit quite often, and we would always go eat. We got obsessed with ramen, And dude, there was a place called Silver Lake Ramen, and it was just like this little, I wouldn't say hole in the wall, but it was a tiny little place. You'd have to get there was probably, I don't know, 15 or 20 places to sit in this place, and you'd kind of wait in line for them to call you to go in. And one day we're chilling there, and up walks Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
No way.
And I'm like, holy shit! Like, Flea just walked up, and I'm like,
do I talk to him? Do I not?
No, I'm not gonna talk. I mean, I'm not that guy.
You're not that guy. I'm that guy, unfortunately.
And so I like kind of turned to my.
Let's get a selfie.
I turned to my family. Yeah, you're kind of like my mom, which I'm about to say. So I turned to my, my family and my wife, and I'm like, Flea just walked up, and my mom's like, who is Flea? She don't
but
have.
When you tell her.
Oh yeah. So then she finds out. Well, then she freaking walks right over to him, and she's like, "Hey, can I get a photo?" And I'm like, "Mom, please no." And I mean, of course, he was like,
"But was he cool?"
He was cool, but he was just like, "Yeah, I'm not."
They get bothered easy.
Yeah, they're like, "I'm not taking a photo and doing all this right now."
He didn't take a photo.
No, and I mean,
Flea.
I don't blame him. Here's the deal: my mom had no idea who he even was. She just wanted to get a photo with him because she was in LA and she saw a celebrity.
I know.
Type thing. I mean, I love you. I love you, Mom.
Yeah, Mom's going to be like, really? You calling me out? But, like, you got to understand, Flea probably has that going on all day to him and, like, the other celebrities. So I get it.
Yeah, exactly. He was just trying to eat,
Flea's trying to eat.
Yep.
But, so that brings me to the new band.
Yeah.
The current band. UFO UFO. And let me tell you, brother, y'all are killing it.
Let's do a cheers.
Let's do a cheers. Give a shout out to the members. I want these guys to be shout out right now because I've sat on YouTube for numerous hours and listened to y'all, and I jam the shit out of y'all's music, and I love y'all's music, brother.
Thank you, man.
Seriously.
Yeah, dude, I love those guys.
Give a shout out to the fellas.
Clay Burrell, that's a singer. He's in Minnesota right now. Dude, he's super talented dude. I mean, the guy could write. I was just telling you before we hopped on here, like the dude could write. If you said, hey, produce me a hip hop beat, you got 30 minutes. I'm telling you, he's going to bring you some fire. And then you could be like, hey, I want you to write like a sentimental country song. And then the dude is going to like literally bring you some more fire.
Right?
Like,
I mean,
he's an incredible songwriter. Like, probably one of the best I've been around. So, it's a pleasure. It's easy to be in the band. I mean, I'm the type of guy that when it comes to songwriting that, I'm not great at just like coming up with something, but you bring me something and I can help you add to it and construct that into a song.
Right.
And so, dude, it's a pleasure working with those dudes. And then, Brandon Iverson, that's the drummer. That's my little bro. He's a little younger than us. But he's an awesome dude.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my best friends. And believe it or not, like when my wife got pregnant with our son.
Shout out to Evan.
Shout out Evan. So my wife works on the food truck with me. And he came in and filled her spot. And he even still comes in and works with me sometimes. And when he's in, we ride and do band stuff and whatever. But
that's cool.
Yeah, man, those dudes are awesome. So
that's awesome. And before I go any further, where can they find you guys? Where can they jam with you guys? I mean, obviously YouTube, Spotify. Let's talk about where they can find y'all. And
man, probably the most popular place that we're at is Spotify, but we're everywhere. I mean, all the streaming spots, Apple Music, Pandora, all that stuff.
I know we're just starting. We're not a giant platform like Reid and them are, but UFO, you guys go check them out. Jam their songs. They're pretty badass and a talented group. So y'all go check them out for sure. Where did the name UFO come from? That might have not been your call on this. Can you tell me where that happened?
Dude, honestly, by the time I got in this band, so I was probably my 7th year living in LA. It's kind of just when Groves kind of fizzled out, I was just kind of at a spot where, I don't know, man, you do something for so long and then you just kind of get to the point where you're like, you still love doing it, but you're just like, you don't care as much. You don't care about the small things. Like,
Right.
you know, I love making the music, but so when it comes to the band name, I honestly, I don't even know exactly how it came about.
Yeah.
But it was just like, yeah, it sounds cool, whatever. You know, like,
Yeah.
That's just kind of how that.
And it's a good name.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a memorable name too. Like, all the bands I've been in, it's like I meet people and they're like, you know, we'll start talking and I tell them, and I've told them my prior bands, and then people are like, hold on, what was your band? It's like, you tell them UFO UFO, it's like they don't forget it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the cool thing about the name.
And that is a cool name, man.
Yeah.
So I remember we're going back. Y'all had a new single, Barely Alive, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember that. So that was that y'all's first single?
No,
I'm trying to remember.
So
I remember that song.
Yeah,
because I enjoyed it.
That was the third song we put out.
The third song, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not as big a fan as he thought.
So the first song was called Fools, and we kind of put it out, and that was the first thing we did, and it took a few months, and then all of a sudden, dude, Spotify got a hold of it, and it started getting playlists.
Like millions.
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
Between what, Strange Clouds and that, there's millions on there. I've seen it.
I don't know exactly the numbers.
Yeah.
I know that collectively all of our music's been streamed like over 30 million times,
That's
I think.
ridiculous.
Yeah, man. So then Barely Alive was a third song, which, I mean, I don't know if you're going here with this, but that song was put on Ginny and Georgia, the Netflix show, which is, I don't watch the show necessarily.
Whoa.
I don't know
I did
much.
not know this.
Did you know, do you watch that show?
No, but I did not know this.
Yeah. It was on, I guess it was the last episode of the first season.
So y'all got put on Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have another crazy story about that song, real quick.
Let's hear it.
So that song was recorded. So me and Clay and the guitar player from the band Nothing But Thieves, they're gigantic rock band. We were in my house in Glendale, California. Well, I say house, it was a duplex.
Okay.
And we were in there recording, and we were writing, and we had just kind of started get it going on the song where, you know, initially you kind of writing, whatever, and then all of a sudden you feel it and it starts to pop. And so the guitar player, his name was Dom. He's like, hey man, can I get some coffee? And I'm like, oh yeah, I got you. Like, first of all, I love coffee.
Yeah, I do too.
So I go and he's from the UK. I'm pretty sure he's from I'm almost positive he's from the UK, but I'm second guessing myself. Anyways.
He's probably from Australia. they all sound alike, right?
And so
my UK viewers are listening right now being like, you son of a...
And so I go and I make a big old pot of coffee, and I bring him a gigantic mug of coffee. And he's like, bro, what is this? And I'm like, and he's like, he goes, this is how you do it in America or whatever. And so I set the coffee down next to him, and so Clay goes to like start tracking vocals on this song, like we're writing the vocal parts. And he like kind of not like something happens and the whole mic stand falls and hits the coffee, and it falls onto the laptop and completely fries the laptop.
You're kidding me.
We literally lost everything that we were working on that song. And so next day, like...
Sounds like me and Johnny B's episode last week.
So we only had a few days together working. And so the next day, like, I was running all over the place, like, because he lost, like, all, like, when you're, like, I don't know if you know much about recording, but there's all these plugins and things.
Yeah.
And so we had to go get a new laptop and then bring it to this person, and they had to throw all these plugins on it. And then we got it back to the studio. So, like, I was running errands while the other dudes were, like, tracking on, like, very basic stuff. And then we eventually got it all back together and finished the song. But anyways, crazy story. I'm thinking of all these things that, like, are coming up as we're talking about this stuff.
That's crazy. But, like, really, just a thing of coffee ruined y'all's whole day.
Yeah.
The thing of coffee. So, like, that's terrible. Like I said, I was bringing that up. Like, when you talk about an episode ruining, I had to bring up me and Johnny B's last week.
Yeah.
Which I remember I told you how that went down, and it's okay. We survived, right, Johnny B? We survived. But I hear that there's something in there's a song coming out. Y'all got a new song coming out soon. Can you give us a little, without saying too much?
Yeah.
Can you give us a little sneak peek I think it's great. Is it called Greater Than?
No. So, but that's a good segment. So we have a new song coming out. It's called Hands on Fire.
Hands on Fire.
It's coming out in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
We haven't announced this yet, but I'm just going to say it on your podcast. So.
Uh-oh. Guys, we're getting breaking news right now.
I got permission. So.
Let's hear it, Reid.
So, yeah, the cool thing about this song is we're working with a company called Greater Than. It's a brand new company.
The company. I said that wrong.
Yeah. And they're affiliated with Virgin Records.
Yep.
And so we're real excited, man. We've been having band meetings with the company, and they seem great, and it seems like a really good fit. And, yeah, man, the song's it's going to be fire. I'm really excited about it. And so, yeah, there's that one. And then we put one out a couple of months ago that, like, it's crazy. The last couple of days, the streaming numbers have just, like, it's crazy. We've been a band since 2018, and, like, the last 3 days have been some of the best
starting to blow up.
Streaming days we've had. And I don't know, man. It's really bizarre how you try so hard at something for so long, and then you kind of get to a point where you're just like, I don't know. It's like
you're stagnant kind of a little bit? Or?
Well, it's just like, it's not that we're not trying, but it's like we're not forcing it. We're just having fun.
Yeah.
And it's like, poof, like
That's
it's
awesome.
like people care all of a sudden, you know? And it's like there's something to be said about that. Where it's like we were talking about, we're going to get into golf, but we were talking about Scotty Scheffler earlier.
We were talking about Scotty Scheffler.
About how it's got to be intimidating to play a guy that, like, at the end of the day, doesn't even care if he wins.
He doesn't want to win as much as you do.
Yeah.
Like, I know that sounds weird, him being number one in the world.
Yeah.
But we were talking about it.
He's got a bigger purpose. He's got his family.
Scotty's just all about, like,
know?
I don't care if I win. I just want to be, I want to love God, and I want to be around my family.
Yep.
That's Scotty.
Yep.
Winning's, like, way down there. But he's still winning.
Yeah.
And
It's got to be intimidating, man. When you're a golfer that's trying so hard to beat him,
Yep.
and he's just like, dude.
I don't care if I don't win or not.
Yeah.
He's birdied 5 or 6 holes in a row.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe that's the key, is just not caring. Will that help my golf score any?
Yeah.
Do I just not? Will that give me?
First of all, you played great at Gator Cup. I mean, you won on Sunday. I mean,
yeah, Aaron Gaspard.
What'd you go-
I did win on Sunday, didn't I? Aaron Gaspard.
I couldn't believe. I mean, you were on my team, and I picked that.
That
match.
was supposed to be. Vegas had me as a loss.
Oh, I know,
Now,
but
I know he had the yips a little bit. Sorry, Aaron, for bringing this up.
we're gonna get into the golf thing, and I can't
go.
wait.
And you know when we're going to get in the golf thing?
Right now.
Right now.
But hold on, before
Before we start,
we start, let's just
before we go any further,
do a little something.
something's got to be added to the camera.
What is that?
What is that?
Hold on, we need to change our headwear out.
What is that?
Or you need to change your headwear out. I'm gonna add some headwear.
What is that? Hold on. These people that are watching, they can't. These people that are just audio only, they're missing out right now.
Yeah, you guys gotta log into YouTube, man.
'Cause we just changed hats. Y'all better get off of Spotify right now and get on YouTube. Because we just changed into our Gator Cup hats.
Uh-oh.
We just transitioned over to golf. And Mr. Reid, what do we got right here in front of us? Can you tell the people what that is? They just see a gator head.
That's the greatest piece of golf hardware in existence, I think.
In Southeast Texas, this is
Exact-
like holding up the Lombardi Trophy.
Yes, sir.
This is a big deal. So, that being said, the golf tournament that I host, the Gator Cup, is finally getting a little love. Reid was a captain going up against Mr. Kane Segura.
Yep.
And unfortunately for Kane, the Birdie Bandits
Yes, sir.
took home the dub. Cap, it was a fine job by you, by the way.
Thank
Reid
you,
was
man.
captain, got us the W. And the Gator Cup, just for the people that are listening, let me describe the Gator Cup real quick. It started out real small, and over the years it's grown. Everybody and their mama wants to get in this thing.
How many years?
This has been going on. Last year was the 10-year anniversary.
I wanted to make sure.
I
you
say
said-
last year.
Yeah.
Last month, or June,
Yep.
was the 10-year anniversary. So next year, next June, year 11. We're doing big things in the Gator Cup. We got merch.
Yeah. Who made the merch? Well, who designed it?
You did. Reid dabbles in a little bit of everything, so he designed our merch too.
Shout out Dustin Yu.
Dustin Yu's done a lot. Too.
He did a lot. Yeah,
did a lot.
I just designed. Even old Drew Diva Daniels.
Diva did a lot.
Yeah,
Diva's done a lot. Everybody's done their part in Gator Cup, but Gator Cup is a little Ryder Cup style, and it's 16 versus 16, and we play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it's a battle between two teams that we do, and we do it every year, and it gets competitive.
Yes, sir.
As you can see, Reid, hold that up for the fellas. You give a good hold up.
You know what's crazy is I haven't went and got my name engraved in this yet.
You need to get your name on there.
That's coming.
You need to get your name on there. I want to see Birdie Bandits on there.
Oh, yeah.
But
maybe even I'm just going to.
But not only did we win as the Birdie Bandits, this was the biggest win in Gator history. And I know Segura doesn't want to hear that, being on the losing end of things. Yeah. He's probably trying to fight me in a ditch right now because he lives right down the road. But it was the biggest win in Gator history. It was a historic blowout. But what people don't know, Reid, is the night before the final day, our captain, Mr. Reid Guidry, was on his deathbed out there in whatever city we were in. Frankston, Texas. Yeah. In the middle of nowhere.
Near Tyler, Texas.
Reid was on his deathbed.
Yeah.
And I remember him calling us on the phone and was like, y'all come see me. I'm in a bind. And I won't forget it. Me and Drew Daniels walk into his little cottage. These little condos are the size of me. They're like this big. I'm not joking. Like it fits a person. Like their bed and that's it. And we walk in there and Reid's laying down. He's got a rag over his forehead. He's sweating. He's like glistening. He looks like he's on his deathbed. And he's like, guys, y'all may have to win it for me tomorrow. Reid seriously saying, y'all got to win this thing for me. And I'm telling you, it reminded me of I swear it reminded me of like Santa Ana at the Alamo, like trying to gather the troops. Maybe I shouldn't have said Santa Ana. Maybe I should have said the winning side. But I swear, because Reid was in bad shape. And I think it was like, what was it, Reid? Was it heat exhaustion? Was it? Heat stroke.
I'm pretty sure I had a heat stroke.
Seriously.
So running it back. So, you know how I am. Like I went, you make me captain. I'm like, we're going to win this thing. Yeah. And I was a little nervous because I'm going up against Kane Segura, who is a coach.
They had him on paper as supposed to win, too. Like Vegas odds.
Yeah. I was going with my golf knowledge, but I knew at the back of my mind I was going up against a coach that's played, sports at a high level. I mean,
he played college ball,
college ball, football, right?
Mm-hmm. College football. Big shout out to ETBU.
Oh, yeah. And then, dude, he was on the field during the P&G state games and all that stuff. And that, when you start let those little negative thoughts creep in your mind, you start thinking like, man, I'm going up against a guy that's been around, sports at a high level. But I just went with my golf logic, man. And I when it came to picking the teams, I asked a lot of questions. I knew first of all, we were playing Pine Dunes, which
nobody knew the course for the most part.
Yeah. And I went out there to see the course and I knew what tees we were playing from. And I was like, dude, when I picked my team, people thought I was crazy. And we
demolished.
We demolished them. I mean, so yeah. Love you, Kane.
Kane, we love you, but
sorry, bro.
This guy right here.
So going back to the deathbed that night. So
yeah, describe the deathbed.
So dude, first of all, we're playing
because you were in good shape at one time.
People don't understand how hard this golf tournament is. Like
it's a lot on your body, mind, everything.
It's you could practice and do all this stuff.
You can get the yips during the Gator Cup, and that can mess with you. It happened to a couple people.
Well, the reason that happens is because of the heat and how much we're playing and how hard it is out there, man. So I got there on, I want to say Wednesday, and
Gator Cup starts Friday.
I played a practice round, and then I practiced Thursday. I picked the teams on Thursday. but I had a strict no playing policy, but I still went out and practiced and sweated my butt off. Mm-hmm. Friday, we play 36 holes, 2 different matches. So that's the day that kills you.
And then
and we crushed those 2 matches.
People stay up late a little bit.
Yeah. And then you factor in all of that, and you get around a bunch of guys and the partying.
Maybe a beer or 2.
I mean, maybe 1.
Just 1 or 2.
Yeah. And then Saturday rolls around, and then you play Saturday, and dude,
it's hot.
And I was good. I mean, I was starting to feel it, but I was good. And I'll never forget Saturday evening, about 6 o'clock.
That's when it hits you.
Everybody was out on the 18th hole.
We were doing a little putting game out there.
And I wish I could have got involved. I was jealous. And so I grabbed my acoustic guitar, and I just started.
I remember that.
Yeah, I started walking around.
I'm just jamming.
I was playing, having a good. I was kind of starting to feel it. I was like, maybe this will take my mind off of things. Mm-hmm. So I'm playing, and then, dude, all of a sudden, it hits me like a pile of bricks across my face, and I was like, holy, I need to go inside the AC right now.
Like suddenly just...
Like, I'm talking out of nowhere, just boom. And I felt like I needed to go to the hospital. And
you were dehydrated too, I'm sure.
Oh, all that. So I go to the room and I'm like, just lay down, you'll be fine. Start drinking water. And dude, I lay there for probably a couple of hours. Like, and I was scared to stand up because I felt like I was going to pass out. But my phone so I couldn't text any of y'all. And I felt like I was like, just lay down, you'll be fine. And then here comes Drew Diva Daniels knocking on the door. I mean,
did you even call him?
It was like an angel. He was like, hey, bro, just coming to check on you. I was like, I'm about to die. I was like, help me. Like,
I remember how you looked. You
bring
were in bad
me
shape.
something, and
give me a blue Gatorade.
So I literally I'll never forget it. Y'all were all checking on me. Y'all were great. Man, shout out Matt LeBlanc.
Matt LeBlanc?
Bro. He was like a nurse. I mean, he was checking on me. He brought me a fan. He was bringing me food, Gatorade, water.
He kept you alive.
Bro, it was like once Matt LeBlanc found out I was ill, I was like, all right, I'm going to be okay.
You knew Matt was going to take care of you.
Yeah, so I'm there. I'm like, dude, just go to sleep. You'll wake up. You'll feel fine. Well, not to mention, I still had to do the picks. And everybody's like, we want to do the...
That's right. You had to do the picks
on your
deathbed.
Yeah, they're like, we want to do the picks in front of everybody. I'm like, I can't stand up or I'm going to pass out. So I finally get Kane in the room with me, and I'm like laying there doing the picks. And I took one for the team. I played domino on Sunday, their best player, because I was like, I knew that we were going to win. I mean, we were up by so much, and we only needed...
You were the sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to play their best player, and I'm going to go out there, and he's going to, I feel awful, so I'm probably going to get destroyed, but whatever.
Yeah.
And, man, we killed it on Sunday. We brought the trophy home. Yeah, I just remember...
Gator Cup champion.
Yeah, and then I remember driving home the next day, or on Sunday after we played, which I probably should have went to the hospital and not played.
Got some IVs or something?
I did go get an IV, actually.
Yeah.
But I had to pull over like 3 or 4 times on the way home. Call my wife. I'm like, hey, I don't feel good. Check my location. Just make sure.
Yeah, in case I pass out or something.
Yeah, just I don't feel great right now. And got home and went and got an IV the next day, I want to say. Or I don't know if it was the next day or 2 days later.
You didn't have work that Monday.
I think I had work on like Wednesday. And that's what kills me is like being out in the heat in the food truck. And so, bro, for like literally about 5 or 6 weeks after Gator Cup, like every time I'd get hot, it would just be like the worst feeling ever. So that's what leads me to believe it was a heat stroke.
Because they say once you get like a heat stroke, after that, like for kind of forever, like you kind of in the heat, you kind of get messed up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what I hear at least.
Still to this day, when I get hot out there, I get a little anxiety, like, hey, you need to cool off. But I'm good now. I'm fine. I'm actually playing golf tomorrow. So we're good. We're good.
So tell me a little about, you lived in Los Angeles. You've lived in the Austin area in Southeast Texas. Tell me a little bit about the different cities you lived in and, like, I don't know, like, I guess the differences. I mean, if you could choose now, if you could take your family and go to a different place, would you ever go back to LA? Would you like to go back to the Dripping Springs area? Or are you kind of set down here now? Right? I know you had a baby recently too, so that changes things a lot.
Yeah, we've got my wife and I have a 4-month-old little boy and a 3-year-old little girl. So being down here with family and all that, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just having the help and just.
And we love to have you down here because you were gone for a little minute too.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, honestly, I'll be honest. Like, when we decided we were going to come back here, I was a little nervous. Like, I'd lived in LA for 9 years, and then we lived in Dripping Springs for a couple years, which is out near Austin. Yeah. But it's been great. Yeah. Like, I love being back here.
I'm glad to have you back, man.
Yeah,
I hope you stay.
Yeah.
Y'all don't get too big over there with UFO UFO. I don't want you moving off again, man.
Nah, I don't know. I mean, I could see us maybe going. I love the hill country. I would love. We still own our house out there. We rent it out.
Yeah.
I would love to have a spot out there. Maybe not live out there full time, but I like being out that way. I've always loved Austin area. I would love to go back and visit LA, and I don't know if I would ever live back there.
You had your time.
Yeah, 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 man. What's crazy is when I moved to LA, I had never I was living at my parents' house. I literally left my parents' house for the first time and moved to one of the biggest cities ever.
That's a big jump.
It was crazy. I mean, it really was. It took some time to get used to that, and I mean, I was just like, I jumped out and I was on my own.
Right.
But at the same time, that was probably one of the biggest learning experiences in my life. So yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Great, man.
And so, like, that being said, let's talk about a little rumor I heard.
Yeah.
You can tell me true or false. I've heard some little rumors here and there around in the Facebook world and different things of Barely Blind reunion.
Yeah.
Is that something that's out there that could possibly happen?
Yeah. So,
because that's cool.
A couple of years ago, we got back together and we played a reunion show.
Wow.
For this kid that had passed away, Chance Pace.
Okay.
And it was the first year they did this festival called Chance Fest. Mm-hmm. And we headlined it, and dude, we didn't know what to expect. It was like, we hadn't played in forever.
Decent turnout too, I'm sure.
Oh, dude, it was insane. Like, people, I barely got my parents in. We hit fire code, and they were turning people away at the door. It had all kind of people coming to see the show that couldn't get in.
Yeah.
I think there was like 550 people there, and then
you are at max capacity.
Yeah, they wouldn't allow anyone else in. And so we've been throwing around the idea of possibly doing something, and just all I'm going to say is keep your ears out there.
Okay.
Maybe something's going to happen here.
Yeah.
We'll see.
No, that's some good stuff, man. I hope it does. That's going to be a little blast from the past right there if y'all do that. So let me talk about, like, can I ask? I know I talked a little bit earlier about, like, your favorite moment or favorite biggest celebrity you met. What's the funniest tour memory you can talk about? Is there a memory that just comes to mind that, or I guess, cool memory about being on tour? Is there anything that you can think of that just comes to mind off the top?
When you say funny, like something funny, like I just think of like 150 things, like, and they're like, I don't know if they'd be funny to anyone else.
Yeah.
But like a crazy memory.
Let's go with crazy memory.
Yeah, like we were out on
the bus breaking down, or like just some crazy thing that I don't know.
That was
I'm sure that's happened a couple.
Oh yeah, I mean, we've been around. It's all happened.
Yeah.
Like something that's just sticking out to me. I'll never forget being on the Culture Club tour, going back to that, and getting like a text like, "Hey, y'all know the band the Talking Heads. Jerry Harrison, the guitar player from the Talking Heads,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Wants to come play a song with y'all when y'all come through San Francisco on the Culture Club tour." And I'm like, we're like, what? Like, he was being managed by the same company that through Benji and Joel and them.
Right.
So we were like, wow, like, okay, would he want to play Psycho Killer? Like, that was like one of their biggest songs. And so we were just like, I'll never forget, I learned the song just like sitting in the hotel room like the night before. And he comes to rehearsal, and we ended up telling Boy George about it, and Boy George was like, I'm going to sing it. So in San Francisco, I think it was the Warfield Theater, Boy George comes out before his set with the opening band, us, and Jerry Harrison on guitar. If you can look it up on YouTube, actually, it's on there.
It's on there?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm watching this.
And we did it, and yeah, I was like,
no, but that is a really cool moment.
yeah, it's like, what is happening?
Yeah.
You know, like,
is this real life?
yeah, one of those things. Yeah.
No, but that's awesome. So, man, we're getting close to wrapping this thing up, man, already. I know times went by fast. Me and Reid's been chopping it up, man. My old, ninth grade PE buddy. But, man, I'm going to do some plugs real quick. So, Picking Out Pork Kebabs one more time. Let them know where they can find you, Reid, and some information about that, maybe on Facebook or where they can find you guys for Picking Out.
So for Picking Out, we're mostly on Facebook and Instagram, and it's just at Picking Out Pork, PIGGIN. So yeah, that's for Instagram, and then Picking Out Pork on Facebook. I'm always posting where I'm going to be on those platforms. So yeah.
And then again, I'm going to be the plug, UFO UFO. You guys go look at them on YouTube. Check them out on Spotify. Follow, subscribe, do what you got to do. Check these guys out. They're really talented. And go check out my boy. Follow him.
Thank you, bro.
But that being said, I'd like to give a shout out. We do have one more ad today that I want to talk about. I'd also like to give a shout out to another sponsor. Shout out to MPE Grading. If you've got sports or Pokemon cards, they'll grade them fast, fair, and local. They even do a $5 card grading. Drop off at 1004 North Main in Vidor, or mail them at mpegrading.com. Holler at John Franks and let him know the Litterbox sent you. Folks, this has been episode 6. Reid, it's been a pleasure, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Glad to have you.
I'm
as
honored,
not
bro.
only my guest, glad to have you as my captain in Gator Cup. And this has been awesome, man.
Thank you,
guys, it's been a great show. Please follow, like, subscribe, and please tune in next week. Episode 7 on the Litterbox. We love you, and we'll see y'all next week. Appreciate you guys.